Well, while you guys are all getting centered and since nobody's chatting, just a little insight into today's class. I wanted to start standing with, always a focus on opening our chests and kind of getting out of our slumpy posture. Not that you have it, but just happens every now and then. Helping your back get a little stronger, helping your chest get more open, your heart be more open so we can, as a good friend of mine says, lead from the left side and be really strong in our hearts. And remember that, gosh, I really actually love these private practices that we're having in our own homes, because as much as it's nice to figure out what's going on by looking around, I realize that I'm much more introspective when I'm home, and I'm finding that I'm digging a little deeper. I'm finding a little bit more grit. I'm just learning a lot about myself without all the distractions. But I can't wait to get back to everybody, that's for sure. So thinking today just about being more grounded, better than you were a minute ago or an hour ago or your last practice, more centered, more balanced, more calm, whatever you're looking forward to achieving, put it out there right now. Whether you speak it out loud, we can't hear you, or you just put it into your brain or kind of like send it out into your atmosphere within your little practice area. That way we'll breathe it into existence for this practice together. Welcome.
Hi. Hello.
Come on in. Get cozy. I hope you all have just like beautiful practice spots. I think it's so nice. I've been seeing on Facebook some people's pictures of their practice spots. They have these little altars and these beautiful setups and cute little knickknacks that are meaningful to them. It's really cool. Find me on Instagram or Facebook, guys. Tiffany Mercer, Mercer, because I'd love to catch up with you and see how things are going while we're not together. Oh, and I had a little mantra I wanted us to start with today, and then I'll see if it's okay to start. I see a couple more of you guys signing on. Welcome. So you know that you can dedicate your practice, or some people like to think about their inner light and maybe move along with their inner light. But I just wanted to offer you this beautiful little mantra, very simple one that you can resort back to today during your practice. May I find ease, most importantly, while we're doing this. May I be well. May I be healthy. My 2 wishes for you, especially right now in these moments. May I be healthy in body and mind. May I be happy. May I have positive experiences, and may I live, and I'm going to add one, may I live and move in loving kindness. So as we begin this morning, let's start with an empty cup. And that way we are ready for just filling it up with all kinds of inspiration and motivation and beautiful movements. Approach as a beginner, breathe, and listen to your body, most importantly. Before I mute, it's 12:03. Is it okay to start, Carol? Oh, she's muted already. I think it is.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, go ahead.
Cool. And then I'm just going to mute the last couple of you that came in. Real quick, I'm going to check something here. All right, guys, welcome to class. If you're seated and you took those beautiful breaths, I'm going to take my timer with me and make my way back to my mats. Remember, I have a tea. You don't need a tea. So you just do as you please. I'm just going to make sure everybody's muted here real quick one last time. Oh, here we go. I'm going to mute the last 2 that just came in. All right, let's get started, guys. And I'll try to show you everything from the front and the side so nobody's confused. I know being virtual makes things a little harder, but I'm not going to throw anything at you too crazy today. We're just going to move beautifully and have fun. So come on back with me. All right, and any props that you'd like to have nearby, or your water or a towel, if your room is nice and warm and you might need to mop off, have those nearby. Otherwise, we're beginning today in what's called horse stance. So come to standing. We're not thinking squat, strong in the legs. We're thinking supported by our bones and really soft and pliable so you can move freely. And then as you do that, just kind of shimmy out, shake out. And it can be silly and really weird and freeing. Just make sure everything is loose. That's our goal for today. When you feel a little looser in the arms, lift them up and overhead. And then with big wide open palms and spread webbing in between fingers, start to flex forward, fingertips to me, and then flex back. And then again, make sure you're really sitting strong here, but light, not a squat just yet. Soon, we'll get those in soon enough, but for now, just light. Flexing forward, flexing back, opening our wrists, soft in the shoulders, soft in the arms, maybe a little bounce down and up. And then we're making fists overhead and start to roll. Don't worry about which way you're going, just whatever feels natural. And as you're rolling, start to shift your weight in your horse stance to the right. shift to the left, still bringing all those rolls into our wrists up above. Make it a little tiring for the arms. That's okay. Stay with me here. Breathe in and breathe out. Now take a peek down and make sure your toes are your knees are behind your toes. And if they're not, just step a tad bit wider for safety in our joints. Take your rolls the opposite way. It's kind of a brain buster, isn't it? Roll the opposite way with your wrist and then start to move maybe a little bit more fluidly, like you're sitting on a doctor's stool and you're just gliding around. Keep the arms long. We just have about 3 more breaths here. Wrists are gonna feel awesome after this though. Last big breath, last big scoot each way, and then float your fingertips all the way down. Now let's squat. Sink the squat down, lift in the arms, exhale, push right back out, sink your squat. Inhale, rise, and exhale, bring in whatever you need today. Possibly holding at the top for a second. Exhale, anything that doesn't support you, breathe in. And breathe out. Now I'm gonna get some twists in our sides to start class today. We have to remember, I want you to notice my heel lift. We have to remember to lift and pivot on the balls of our feet in a moment so we don't hurt our knees. Let's try one more big breath. Exhale, release. Arms rise high and hold. Left heel rises and we swing to the right and rise. Right heel rise to swing to the left and rise. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale. And exhale. Now think of yourself as super light and lifted. And every time you breathe in, you bring in some new energy, whether it be energy to accomplish a goal at work today, energy to be kinder to your loved ones or your pets, energy to move a bit more freely. How about more daring in our practice today? Something new. And as you exhale, get rid of anything that's holding us back from being the very best versions of ourselves. Last one each way. Inhale, rise. Exhale, sweep. Okay, let's stop at the top again. Back into horse stance, arms fall. Right arm circles all the way up and around. Left arm circles all the way up and around. Let your arm fall wherever it feels free. I like to bring my arms behind my knees when I'm done. We're side lunging with these huge single arm circles. And then if possible, start a side bend. Bend and rise. Bend and rise. And if your legs are really not having all this movement just yet, just stay up high. Kind of lunge a little and bend a little. Make it as big or as small as you want today. Let's try 4 more big ones here. All right. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit more warmth. Last 2 each side. Let your eyes follow your fingertips to start establishing that mind-body breath connection. Last one here. Whew, that felt good. Feet come together. You want to jump? It's fun. Or we just step one then the other. Meet me at the top of your mat. Spread your toes really wide. Lift your arms back up overhead. Make those fists. And this time take your fist, your knuckles towards me, knuckles back. Side and side. Forward and back. Now at the same time, lift up off your heels. Kind of move all the way around here through your wrist and then hold as strong as you can through your heel lift. Push forward, push back, side to side. Last one. Inhale, exhale. Let's begin. Sun salutations. Arms rise up overhead. Heels melt down. Exhale, forward fold. Keeping them simple today because I have something fun planned for you. Halfway lift. Great time to have your books or your blocks nearby. If you want to boost the ground up a little higher, forward fold again. Right leg lunges back. Coming down low into lunge and open your chest. Come to me with your hands. Pull back as if you're in a slow-mo. Push forward. Super slow here. 3 more. Pull back. Exhale, push forward. Like you're moving through thick mud. Exhale. Try that again. Exhale, and this time float over the front leg, lift up through your back knee, and find a way back to downward facing dog. We might want to shimmy around, pass through a child's pose, a tabletop, whatever works. Come on up to down dog and just soften your knees for this first round. Roll forward into plank, lifting through your spine, slowly articulating one vertebrae after another. Knees melt down again. If you don't need knees, don't use them. Elbows face back, come on down, to the floor we go. Baby cobra, can you bring your hands under your shoulders and pull up from the back of your neck? Do you need more space? Bring hands out a little wider, pull up from here. Whatever feels good, yogis. Toes stay anchored, hip bones stay anchored, 1 more breath. On your exhalation, release down. Press back to child's pose. Lift hips to downward facing dog. Right leg rises high after you take a breath. On your next inhale, right leg rises, and then look where we're gonna land. Bring your knee, crunch it in close to your belly. Try to land in between thumbs. If you didn't quite make it, I didn't either. Help it forward. Back knee down, push and pull. Lift your chest. So you remember that movie, The Matrix? This is always what that reminds me of. Like if someone's gonna sling something at you, but you're like, woo, and you're gonna duck slow-mo style and get away from it. Just 2 more big pushes. Spread your wings wider if it feels good. Use every little tiny nook and cranny of your space. Really spread open. Frame out your front foot and step forward this time. I'm gonna show you the next one from the side in case we need a little help. Forward fold, we rise high into extended mountain pose. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release. All right, my friends, round 2 here. From your forward fold, scoot your fingertips back to tips of toes if possible. Let your head hang heavy. Clasp hands behind, low back. Your left thumb is on the top, my elbows stay soft. And then I press as much as I can, either behind me or up to the sky. Let your head shake a giant no. And then we always want to end on a positive. So yes, indeed, we are ready to go. Are you ready? I'm ready. Fingertips down. Left leg lunges back. From here, kneeling, but we're just gonna rise the arms overhead this time. Overhead. Now see if we can't tuck our pelvis so the left hip comes more forward, palms forward, and really open into a baby back bend. Pull the elbows down wide or spread the arms wide. Any way you can make the biggest smile in your collarbones. One more breath here. Push your left hip forward. Frame out your front foot. Get on back to down dog. How can we do that? Sweep out. Make a little pit stop along the way, child's table, or right up. You do you. Inhale, rise. Ripple forward into plank. Lift in slow-mo style. We have no time to rush. Knees or no knees. Come down slowly in control here. To the floor we go for Sphinx pose. Tops of feet fall flat. Forearms come on down. And as you rise, tuck your tailbone down towards your heels. Plant strong from palms to elbows and start to go like this. Pull back, isometrically, forearms to hip bone. See how that takes my body from back to forward. And then try to lift up, breathe, and peel open left to right. Can you unclench your butt cheeks? Tilt tailbone more towards heels, more length for our low backs. Release down. And if you need a little bit of a wider stretch, take fingertips out or find another little baby cobra. If up dog feels great, do it. Roll back to downward facing dog. One breath there, please. Any moves that you need in downward facing dog, whether you're shimmying around or you're staying with really bent knees, left leg rises high. Breath in. Breath out, come forward. Lunging. Kneeling lunge or not. You choose this. Arms rise high. Take your right hip forward. And from here, let's peel the elbows back and down. But I like to think about us pulling elbows back as chest comes forward and up. Make them as wide as it feels good. Wobbly wobbly if you came off your knee, right? Breathing big. Breathe into your right hip flexor. Press it forward. One more breath. On the exhalation, frame out front foot. Step forward. I'm coming back to you, yogis. Forward fold. Rise high to sky. Back into a baby back bend with a heel lift today if possible. So maybe we go one and then the other. Back bend, heel lift. Woo, if you're feeling spicy and you want to just put it all together, back bend and heel lift. Little bit goes a long way here. My challenge for you, my friends, keep the arms lifted, heels down, tip to the right side. We're gonna have a little bit of fun. Spin all the way to the floor, unless it hurts your low back, and then just maybe swing the arms down. Rise back up, but otherwise I'd like you to spin to floor and rise. Tip left, hold, breathe in. Exhale, release. We can spin all the way down or just swing the shoulders. One more each side. Inhale, rise. Exhale. Soften the knees here. Left side, inhale. And exhale. Here it comes. Hands come to heart center. Close your eyes. 2 rounds of sun salutations with eyes closed. You're going to come in touch with your breath here. I'm right there with you. Don't be nervous. We've got this together and we'll move a little slower. Inhale, arms rise, eyes are closed. Exhale, float your heart forward, arms wide, swan dive into forward fold. Find slow pace so we're confident of where we're landing. Halfway lift, let your fingertips dangle. Top of head long through tail. Feel your breath. Exhale, release to fold. Right leg lunges straight back. Land your toe. Land your knee if it makes you feel better. All we're doing is lifting our arms skywards. Bring your throat open. Be brave, yogis. Yes, you can. If you feel wobbly, squeeze through your inner thighs. Exhale, frame out front foot. Move slowly. Reach to me as you do. Find your way back to down dog. Just lean right and sweep your leg around the corner. Do you need a child's pose? Take it. Downward facing dog. Close your eyes if they blinked open. Feel your sits bones rise. Feel your heels energetically press to the floor. Pull your shoulders away from earlobes and press out through your palms. Roll forward into plank. Big breath in. Feel shoulders on top of wrists. Touch knees if you'd like. Chaturanga, feel it, yogis. Chest to elbows. To the floor we go. Your version of back bend, any that we've done so far. Maybe it feels like an up dog day. Roll over toes or pause in child's pose. Meet us in down dog when you're ready. Eyes still closed. Lengthen with your breath. Right leg rises high, next in breath. Now pretend you're looking forward. Bring your chin forward. Crunch your right knee to your chest. Land heel in between thumbs or grab it and help it forward. You can do this. Arms rise, lunge again. Feel the power in your thighs. Energetically scissor them together. Left hip forward. Woo, I'm wobbling. If you're wobbling, know I'm there with you. Frame out front foot, back leg steps in. No, we don't open our eyes. Forward fold. Deeply hang. Right thumb on top. Clasp hands behind low back and push them back. Or chase the sky. Soft elbows. Let your head hang. Shake a big no. No, I'm not going to give up. Yes, shake it. Yes, I'm ready to move. Inhale, rise. Slowly making our way to extended mountain pose. Stand tall. Strong. Draw up from Mother Earth. Arms spread in a Y. Wide arms. Lift your heels. This is the scary part with eyes closed. Offer your heart up. You can. Yes, you can. If you tiptoed off your mat, come back with me. Exhale, arms fold aside. You're standing strong in mountain pose. Tuck your chin and roll right down to forward fold. This is our last round with eyes closed. Halfway lift, fingertips rise. Exhale, release. Left leg lunges back, so soft, yogis. Land it like a feather. Control, control. Arms rise. Feel your thighs squeezing together. Exhale, release. Frame out your front foot. Find your downward facing dog, however it feels best for you. Pause in it. Lengthen. Wiggle if you need to. Shimmy forward, a long roll into plank position. Chaturanga, tricep push-up. Heart stops halfway. Scoop it up in some way, shape, or form. Open your chin. Lift up to the sky. Find your downward facing dogs. Pause and enjoy for a moment. Flush out anything we don't need. Breathing in with our left leg lifted high. Point your toes, crunch your knee to your chest, land in between your thumbs. Feel it, feel it. We've got this. Heel right underneath. Adjust anything that you need before we rise. Feel confident. There's no need to rush. Quality of movements over speed any day. Are you lifted into high lunge? I am. Okay, guys, we're almost done. We're gonna get through this. Fingertips fall outside your front foot. Step your back leg forward. Whew, yes, we did. Roll up to standing. One more little suspension pose, baby back bend, with heels lifted. And then I promise our eyes will crack open. Lift. Find the power in your inner thighs. Pull your belly in. Spread your arms. Open your heart. Whoa. I really am glad that you guys have your eyes closed right now because I'm a mess. And you can't say, when you're done, you're done. Let your arms fall. Open your eyes. Good job, guys. Let's move on. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, forward fold. Eyes are open the whole time from here forward. No more worries. Right leg lunges back. Come back up into your high lunge. Whoo, that light feels good. Land your back heel. Extend your arms light and long into warrior two. Just press out here. Sun warrior. Oh, by the way, did you know it's going to be a pink supermoon tonight? Didn't want to forget to tell you that. So let's pretend we're rising up that pink supermoon instead. Pull it up in the palm of your hand. Let your right arm fall softly. Reverse triangle. Pull your left knee up. Squeeze inner thighs together and tip a little further back, maintaining beautiful length in your right side. Triangle pose. Just big windmill through the arms. Soften your left knee. Anywhere you want to land. Great time for books or blocks. Rebending your knee when you're ready. Left knee bends. And if that's really low for you, left forearm floats up. Like your angels are pulling you upwards to the sky, long in your left side. This is a fun one, guys. Right arm, spin it to me, all the way down, twisting through your back foot, heel is up into twisted lunge. Left arm rises. Think about bringing your right shoulder to your left knee, your right rib to your left thigh. Twist, inhale. On the exhalation, give me a tiger swipe. Clench your claws, whoosh, come on forward. Back leg rises in a boost. Give it a little lift. And if it feels really good, point your toes, flare them open, and maybe tuck into a standing split. Then land your foot. Soften down here through the upper body. Make it really heavy, like honey or maple syrup dripping down your legs. Chair pose, rise with power, rise with confidence, sink the hips. Rock onto the balls of your feet. Lift off your heels. Ready? Let the heels land. Now I want you to give a big squeeze like someone's giving you a massage on your calves. Push them up and release back down. Ooh, sit a little stronger. Inhale, rise. Sit a little lower. Inhale, rise. Let's do that again. Rise all the way to extended mountain pose. Sweep the arms up. Exhale. I'm going to show you from the side on this one, yogis. From forward fold, our left leg steps back. You're in a high lunge. Breathe the arms up and overhead. Sink in here. Land your back foot and rolling on out to warrior two. Light and long in the arms. Feels good here, doesn't it? Reverse warrior. Here comes that super moon. Put her right up in the sky. Long in your left side. Straighten right leg. Pull up knee high into the thigh with a soft joint. Reverse triangle pose. And then just the biggest you can make this windmill triangle pose. Soften your right knee if you tend to hyperextend here. I much prefer length in the upper body as opposed to this one. I'm just hanging out, barely hanging on here. So I'm gonna lift and lengthen right side. Feel light in the upper half. Rebend for extended warrior two. You land where it feels good for you. In front of, outside of, elbow in, or forearm landing. Hold, breathe. How about a smile? That's the good to move, doesn't it? Okay, here comes that beautiful stretch. Left arm spins down, back toes spin in, and we're twisting our lunge. Right arm rises high. Take a breath. Feel your right hip guiding backwards. Long from top of head through left heel. Tiger swipe. Clench your claws. Tiger swipe forward. Back into lunge. Lift your back leg. Even if we go hop, 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 hop. And then we lift. And if it feels really good, we want to open our hip, whatever we want to do here. Maybe we get a little length out of it. We land in forward fold. Can we move a tad bit faster and connect to this with our breath? Inhale, extended mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Are you ready, yogis? Let's have some fun. Right leg lunges back. Big breath in to rise. Land in warrior two. Inhale to sun warrior. Left arm rises high. Straighten your leg into reverse triangle. Pull up. Lengthen a little bit more. Coming into triangle pose. Spin your arms around. Feel the power in your hip. And as we land, lengthen top of head from tail. Rebend your left knee. Coming into extended warrior two. Can you reach your right arm all the way to me? As we come into our lunge, spin back toes in. Claw forward, twisted lunge, left arm rises, squeeze inner thighs together, and left hip back towards right big toe. Tiger style, sweep, back leg rises, boost, light and soft here. Inhale, rise high to sky. One more round like that on the other side. Forward fold in your time, take a break whenever you need it. Left leg lunges back, high lunge, soft landing there, right? Warrior two. Now just find it, and if you feel like I want to stay longer, you're like surfing the waves in your favorite tropical destination, stay with it, yogis. Sun warrior, inhale, rise. Right arm lifts, left side elongates. Reverse triangle, push long. Can you open your toes? Can you open your fingers? Triangle, but make it big, like you're trying to clear the space around you. Bending into right knee, extended warrior two or extended side angle pose. Make your heart see the sky here. Turn and rotate. Left arm comes forward, right arm rises, twisted lunge, back toes swiveled in, didn't they? Feeling good in our knees today. Make a tiger, whoosh, come on forward, back leg boosts up. So I think you're ready for a challenge. Forward fold. Take a second, take your legs just a little bit wider, maybe out to our mat, and have a seat. Maybe we stay in a low squat. These are really, really hard. really hard for the quads, working on the buns. But if you want to get down into your hips, yogi squat. Either way, you do you. Feel good about your movements. And just take a second to say to yourself, I am balanced, I am strong, because we're going to add a little balance aspect into that flow. I don't really want to leave here, do you? Forward fold again, wide-legged this time. Toe heel in, and then rise like a rag doll. Tuck in tight and rise so slow, one tiny vertebrae at a time. Long, beautiful spine. Any way you want to rise the arms, maybe we do it differently. Exhale, release. Maybe we do it differently with the arms. Right leg lunges back, guys. Big breath in, high lunge. We've been here before. Yes. Warrior two. Don't worry, this is all the same. Sun warrior, inhale, rise. Reverse triangle, pull up. Triangle pose. Oh, squeeze through the hips there. Extended side angle, feeling it. Lifting, lengthening, enliven your body with breath. Here comes the new part. Eyes look down, back toes roll in, left fingers come out. Where are we heading, yogis? Did you say half moon? I heard you. You said half moon. Come on up, half moon. But pause for a second in your half moon. Take a hold of the top of your right foot if possible. A beautiful chest opener. If you're unable to reach your back foot, that's okay. There's no requirements here. We're just gonna go for it and pretend we're stretching open and gonna grab a hold at our feet. One more big breath. Now we're landing just as softly all the way back. Right toes push back, back, back. As we spin the right arm down for twisted lunge. Spin back and down. Whew, left arm rises, twisted lunge. We've been here before, no big deal. Tiger swipe forward, whew, back leg rises. Give me all you got on this one. Push back long, supported warrior three. Maybe we lift a little higher for standing splits, whatever. And standing split can be great, even with a bent knee. Poke your toes to the ceiling. Forward fold, bend your knees, roll up like a rag doll. Last round, I'm gonna show you from the side again. Exhale, forward fold when you're ready. Halfway lift, inhale, lengthen. Release and fold. Left leg steps back this time. This is all that you're familiar with. You got this. Rise into high lunge, lift, lengthen. Find your sides, climb up like a ladder. See if you can get any more length out of them. Warrior two. Let it all go. Good. Sun warrior, right arm rises. Feel your breath. Reverse triangle pose. If you want to, sweep the back arm up on this one. Give it a little extra oomph. Come on, around the corner. Triangle, wherever you want to be. Too tough at this point. Hands can come somewhere a little lower. Soften your right knee. Rebend the right knee. Extended warrior two. Here's where it gets interesting. Take your eyes down. Turn back toes in. Let's find our half moon. If you like your blocks, it's a great time for them. Boost up. Lift into your floating half moon. Flare open your left toes. Send energy out. Inhale, uplift through left arm. Who wants to grab or pretend? Even if I just go, oh, and I'm really working for it, it feels good. If I can grab, I do. A little more heart opening. Bring your heart through, top of head like it's gonna spin back to touch your left toes. And I think the hardest part here is getting out of it. So let's slowly rewind the way we came, turning down and around, finding our lunge. Left arm sweeps forward, all the way down into twisted lunge. Right arm rises. Take up as much space as you can, yogis. Eyes look up, right hip pulls back. Tiger sweep forward. Give me a boost. 1, 2, 3, rise. Anything that feels good, even if we're doing a little tiny push to the sky. Forward fold, well done. Hey, guess what? That's the end of our standing strength sequence. So we did it, roll high to sky. Take your hands with you. Take the top of your head up. And then exhale, release. Okay, well, we're not done with this shoulder strength. Let's do it, balancing now. Inhale, arms rise high. Right knee lifts up. And this may be your knee lift today. It's a beautiful place to be. A little higher, a little higher. I like to grab it and really try to open up. And then we're gonna pull out to the side. This may be your knee lift. Keep your arms up the whole time here, okay? Unless you're holding on. Move a little bit, move a lot. Flower pose. Sweep your left arm out and pull your right knee away, just like you're blossoming open in the morning sun. Beautiful. Rise back into the center. Arms rise high. Extend your leg forward and then press back. Warrior three. Arms are staying overhead.
Push back if we need to rebend our knee there, we can, or we can plug our femur bone up into our hip socket. Push back. Supported warrior three with blocks, books, or fingertips, or keep your arms to me. Find your balance. We're cruising here. Last knee lift, inhale, rise. Everything falls right back to the sky, but this time the left knee lifts, arms up, all the way or not. You choose how we're gonna do these. Sweep out to the sides and just find some freedom here. Maybe holding on, flower pose. If we're able to, we're gonna grab our shin. If not, maybe our inner thigh, push open, send your right arm out. We're going wide, left to right, okay? You're like a big sunflower opening. Good job, guys. Inhale, come back forward, both arms up. We're working your shoulders here. Extend, and then sweep back into warrior three. Too tough with arms? You know, we have every option in the world. If you can think it, we can do it. Whatever works, guys, but find your steady. Pull your belly off of your right thigh. One more breath, and I know it's hard. On your exhalation, power back to your knee lift, arms rise. And everything releases. 2 more rounds. Yes, you've got this. Arms out to the side this time. Knee lift. Out to the side. Flower pose. We can also just lean without holding and try to open and spread. Back forward, arms stay wide. Toes extend forward, use the power in your right quad. Sweep back, this time true airplane pose. Wings, top of head to tail long. Flex your foot, point your toes, point. Do anything that feels active, energetic, and invigorating. Almost done. Knee lift is all we need. Arms stay long. Are your shoulders buzzing? Not yet. Push them longer. Release. Left toes. Inhale. Stay strong. Exhale. Lean, open, some way, shape, or form. Feel the energy in this openness. Feel alive. Come back forward. Keep the arms long. I know you've got this. Extend, and then sweep back. Even if we have to bend, try to plug your femur bone up into your hip socket here. Cruising. You're the smoothest of the jets. Tuck your chin, lengthen any wrinkles out of the back of your neck. One more knee lift. Super, guys. Let the arms go if you absolutely have to when the leg falls, otherwise sweep them forward. Remember how we flossed our shoulders in the past? Well, if you're just joining me for the first time virtually, we floss like this. I'll show you from the side. Pull back, push forward. Pull back, push forward. So just take a couple of those to loosen up your shoulders like your dental flossing here. And one. So you can say now you flossed a bunch while you're on virtual break. Inhale, right knee lifts. Last round, I promise. Come on out to the side. Keep the arms forward. A little bit more of a challenge. Now open the hip. Try to find space. Floss back and peel apart left to right. Beautiful. Star pose this time. Push out. Open to your length. We have a diagonal line and an up and down line. Star pose. Airplane with the fingertips behind us this time. Sweep straight back. All right, now if we get wobbly, no worries. Our wings can land under our shoulders. And if we feel that we want to dive our airplane, top of head to the floor, toes to sky. If you're feeling really sassy today, left hand holds your left ankle, and we rise to sky. If that all feels terrible, right toes touch down. We get a little fold or a little less of a fold. You do you. Let's knee lift, guys. Right knee rises. Arms forward. Land. Keep the arms forward. I know you can. Final round of balances. Left knee lifts. Sweep it out the side. Now we're going to floss our shoulders back. Open our chest. We don't stay hunched. We're pulling out of that. Lean a little. It's going to feel so good to unfurl in a minute. Flex your toes. Do something silly with your fingers. Open into star pose. Find your length. Up and down line. Woo, a wobbly line. Diagonal line. Giggle at yourself when you tumble and be a yogi and come back to work. Okay, diving airplanes. Here we go. Sweep the fingertips back. Bring length from top of head through your tail. Dive. Fingertips really go. Spread your chest open like you're a speeding bullet. Still breathing, yogis. Most importantly, breath leads to success. One more knee lift. Yes, you can. Rise and shine. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Exhale, release. That was a long balance one. Good job, guys. All right, so one more fun challenge for balance. Shake it out. Whatever you don't need, let it leave. Arms rise. Bring up your right knee again. And this can be our tree pose when we get there, okay? It doesn't have to be high. I actually want you to try to take your ego out of it. Lift and ask yourself, where can I land my knee? Why do we do this? Lift and put it. If it feels better, do it. But if that's your ego saying, I need to go there because I saw it on Instagram, don't do that. Do what feels good. And if you land on your knee like me, don't worry. Soften your knee. Squeeze inner thighs together. You're not going to break your knee. Inhale, rise. When you find the tree that you love, it's very windy, so we're going to take it for a little stroll. Branches reach one way, like our side bends earlier. And if your tree lost its trunk, gather it back up and rise again back into your windy woods here. Just try to move through your sides as it feels good for you. Just playing along here with a little rustle of your branches and your leaves. When you're done with the wind, inhale, rise stronger than ever, and then side bend, tip to the bent knee, tip to the right side, lift. My favorite part, land your right arm somewhere out to outstretch you more. Left hand comes down to the outside of something, maybe it's our side, maybe it's our leg, and then swivel back into a twisted tree. If possible, guys, we're still soft in our left knee, we're still squeezing in our bellies, staying forward in our hips, twisting through the upper half, back to center. How's that left cheek feel? A little bit of work for that left leg and release. Shimmy, shake, get it all out, whatever you need, and when you're ready, tree. Arms rise, left toes. We can even just swivel to the side. Ask yourself, where do I want to land my tree? You choose. It's all good in your space. You do what feels best. All right, yogis. The wind is coming. We can hear it whistling, so start a little bit of movement. If you breathe, squeeze your belly in, zip tie it towards your spine, hug your ribs around your midsection like you're pinning on a corset, and then squeeze your inner thighs together. You're gonna feel so balanced. Yeah. All right, keep that wind coming. Just feel free here. Lateral stretch. When you're done with the wind, arms rise, tip to the left. Find lots of length in your left side. Soften your right knee, squeeze your inner thighs together. If you're really feeling spunky, you can spin your eye gaze up towards the ceiling. Open your heart. Oh, ready for that twist? Rise again. Last bit, I know you can. Left arm, it just lets you expand. Right arm helps you in your twist. And maybe we don't cross over if that felt too constricting for any body part. Otherwise, a little bit, you choose. Still breathing, yogis. One more in-breath to help you swivel a bit deeper. Try to squeeze through the inner thighs, squeeze belly. On the exhalation, knee lift. Oh, we did it. And then release. All right, shake it off. One more big breath in extended mountain pose last time. Forward fold. Step your right leg back and then your left leg. We're gonna come into some hips, okay? When we get to plank position, push back to downward facing dog. Rise up through your right leg. I'm gonna show you from the side, guys. You know your hip openers, like a giant yawn, a tiger yawn. Bend your knee and then yawn your hips open while pressing evenly through the hands so we can keep our chest pretty squared. If your body's saying, well, no, I actually want to open, then do that. Fingertips can get light on the right side. We can look out under our right armpits. You can fully flip your dog if you want. Or I have a fun challenge for you today. Come back out of your open hip and turn. You might want to do a little hop. Turn your left toes out a tad so we can get them on the diagonal to the left side of your mat. Poke your right toes back up and then try to let your left fingertips get light and hold on, or just reach for your right top of foot. Now listen, yogis, if you want to stay in hip yawn, stay in hip yawn. Otherwise, come and try this little balance with me. Hey, look, I fell out of it, but I found a cool place to hang out in the meantime. Undo hip yawns, undo twisted funky dog thing, and come back out and shimmy. All right, let's move on to the other side, guys. Left leg rises high, bend your knee, heel comes towards right shoulder. As you open, ask your body, do I want to stay squared in my chest? Get light in my left hand and peek out under my left armpit. Stay if you like it, otherwise undo your hip yawn and boop, pop your right toes out a tad so they're a bit on the diagonal. Stick your left leg back up. Get really light in your right hand. Bend your left knee, and we're going for it. Okay, so you're trying to grab the top of your left foot while pressing back into downward facing dog. And if we're not finding it, it's okay. Just the attempt to go for it is super empowering. Even if we let our right hand press us back, toes rise like a scorpion tail, undo slowly, undo your hip yawn, and just come back to regular downward facing dog. Awesome, guys. Right leg rises high again, three-legged dog. This time land right outside your right pinky finger. And as you do, pull your chest through to me. Get light on fingertips or use your blocks. Pull your chest through. Stay really invigorated through your bottom hip, breathing into the bottom of your pelvic bowl. Press back, downward facing dog. Maybe a three-legged dog on the way out. Land toes. Left leg rises high. Breathe in. Step outside your left pinky. What if I don't make it? Well, I grab my ankle and I help it through. Then when you find your lunge, you might need a little bit of lightness in the fingers to bring your chest coming out like you're a cranky hibernating bear and you're just peeking around to figure out if you're really into it or not. Cool, push back. One more time each way. And this time we get to land them. Right leg rises high. Land right outside our right pinky finger. Come forward, and then if the moment is asking you for more, your body's really letting you in today, come on down. Back knee can be low. Back foot can be relaxed. You know, we can be anywhere here. Your version of lizard lunge. It's a wonderful time for books or blocks if you have them. In any way, they don't have to be this way, you know? I'm just gonna show you a couple options here. And then it might be a wonderful place to stay. But if you'd like a little more, remember we always wanna focus on our toes before the pose. So energy in the toes. We're turning a bit towards our right side, letting our right toes turn out. And then energy in the toes, energy in the ankle, allow your right knee to fall open. Ankle stays right underneath for protection of our joints, using a little bit of this push to kind of find a beautiful open chest. And then see where you want to be. Maybe hand needs to come out, forearm needs to come down. You know what I love? Fingertips like you're a model, fingertips behind your ear and just like pulling you back. I feel like this arm guides us open. So if that speaks to you, if you need to outstretch your arm, whatever you want. Now a little bit deeper into our hips. Remembering you can always stay with our first option, which was just our lizard. Stay here in the open chest back bend if you like, or we're gonna come back forward, lighten the right hand, and then bend the left heel in towards your butt. So I'll show you from the side once we get there. We're lifting all the way up and attempting to grab either the top of your foot. I prefer you to have a flexed foot and hold your ankle, but then I want you to kick into your hand. So it's not me sinking down, it's me kicking into my hand and really opening up. I'll show you here from the side. If this is bothersome for your knee, of course, pack up some blankets, a sweatshirt, roll your mat, something there. Yeah, and then while you're holding this, kick into it. You're also welcome to come into your big back bend, chest opening stretch. That can be really intense for people's quads, of course, but also their knees. So if it doesn't feel good, forget it. One more big breath in. On the exhalation, come out really slowly. Forearms come down if you're able to, or hands. We're gonna step back to plank and hold. Now, if you're able to do forearms, cool. It's gonna be the same thing, yogis, no matter what, but either forearms or hands, and then the right knee is coming in to touch the right elbow. Step right back to plank. Left knee, left elbow, just a tiny tad bit of core work here. Right knee, right elbow. So we're using our sides, yes? Squeeze your ribs down towards your hips. One more each side for good measure. Neck is long, shoulders are relaxed back. Downward facing dog. Woo, whatever shimmies you need after that. In your next breath in, left leg rises high. Land it right outside our pinky finger. And you found yourself back to lizard. Move a little. Breathing into the bottom of your pelvic bowl, really energize that bottom side. Remember in the past, we've done our down dog lizard, down dog arms. Try that, whatever works. Let your knee fall. Just explore, ask your body what it needs today. Think nothing about what we've done in the past. Just ask your body where you need movement and breath. If you want a little more, left toes turn out. I guide my body over to the right to kind of help open. And then start to either put a tiny bit of pressure on the left hand or what we did before. Maybe we open bigger if we take our modeling pose. Maybe we open bigger if we outstretch our hands or if we come down to forearms. If we are letting our left knee fall open, remember toes are energetic, ankle is really awake and switched on, and then it follows strong under the knee as the leg pushes out. Taking one more big breath in here. Don't worry, we'll revisit our chest opener. If you want to add your quad stretch, turning back forward, bring hands under shoulders, get light in the left hand. I like to big reach and big sweep, but that's just because it feels good. However you want to get there, bend your right knee, flex your foot if possible to hold a strong ankle. And then you're going to start, if you can get a hold of it, kicking into your hand to pull you back. If none of this feels good, stay with option one. Or you can always just pretend you're reaching for it. That's really big. Let your breath reach down to the very lowest points in your body right now. Right all over that right kneecap that's connected to the floor, into the tips of your left toes. Feel energy. Spend longer if you love it. Otherwise, rise all the way back up with the left arm. Spin back down. Take your time coming out of these postures. I'd like to end up in dolphin. That doesn't mean we have to get there right away. But if your body is letting you in today, we can come to forearms, sweep the left leg back, find forearm plank, and then hit dolphin. But if we need to find knees, towel off, get a drink, from tabletop to down dog to dolphin from here, from tabletop into forearms, into dolphin, it all works, folks. Lifting hips and then go walk, walk, tippy toe walk in, and then press out of your forearms, press back. Stay in your dolphin pose for just a moment while I have a little wardrobe fix, and then we'll move on. Right fin, rising high. That's just like three-legged dog, guys, but I always like to conjure up the image of a fin. Maybe we're like a big dolphin dorsal fin and dolphin pose. I don't know, but this is your fin. Rise high. Keep pressing back. Very tough in the shoulders. Breathe into them. Soften right toes back down. Fix your dolphin if it needs anything. Left leg rises high. Inhale. Press back again. Square your hips if possible. Energize your left toes. Push out. Toes touch down. Knees touch down. Come to kneeling toes pose where we tuck all of our toes under. Palms come down. Scoot your knees forward if you're able to stretch your toes a little bit more. And then because I know you all told me that camel's your favorite pose. Just kidding. We got to do it though, guys. Lift up, unclench your toes if that feels good. Widen up, knees under hip bones. And then lift up tall. So you have all of the options. Thumbs down to your low back. Fists into your low back. Hands to cheeks. I like to use this one to push in and up. Or of course, arms overhead. We are focusing though on keeping our hips over our knees as we open heart to sky. One more big breath. Coming back upright, tuck your chin, lengthen here, and then bow forward, hips back, fingertips forward, elbows by the ears. Rise back up to kneeling pose. Inhale, arms rise. Bow forward. Press shoulders back from earlobes. Press fingertips away. Hips away. Inhale, rise. Last one, a little bow forward. Final camel pose, yogis. Do we want to add on a little circle arms like we started with? Inhale, rise. And if this feels too intense, just chill. We can just stay here. Otherwise, right arm sweeps back, feeling out. Where is our heel? Can we lift up and stretch long to it? Maybe it comes back up. I like to try one at a time. Left arm swivels down. Open up. If we feel that we need to come out of it, it's too constricted in our low back, tuck your chin before you rise. And if we want to do both, go for it, yogis. So camel pose is not my favorite. And so this is my camel pose. You know, some days you can get back and some days you can't, but we really want to lift and open. One more big breath in. Tuck your chin to your chest. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, come down to child's, but not quite. Just make it all the way to the floor with the hands and then hips. Start to swivel them around a little bit, loosening up your low back. Feel good there, guys? Let's do some cat-cows, and don't make them so linear. Do them free-spirited, like you're a kid just playing around. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Arch up into angry cat back. And then come down towards the floor, belly down, top of head and tail lifted. Okay, so that feels good on that grid, right? Just a linear old cat-cow. Well, let's make it fun and funky. Poke your ribs out to the sides. Shake your puppy dog tail. Whip your hair back and forth in slow-mo. Just find the most luxurious ways to move through your spine here. Really nice to come to fingertips, but grip your fingertips together so you're hollow in the heel of your hand. You're getting strong in your wrists. Really nice to come to toes. Let's try 2 more big rounds of breath, seeing what feels awesome for us today. And I think it's time for some twists. So when you get done here, let's get a tiny back bend on to open our chest, and we'll finish up with twists today. Right foot pokes up to the ceiling. Flex your foot like a donkey kick. Push it up high. Left arm reaches forward. Lengthen out wherever you can. Neck is long. Sweep left thumb to the floor, palm back, and see if we can reach for modified half bow. And if we get it, we get it. And if we don't, just like earlier, we're just opening. But your chest really opens. Pull shoulders apart, collarbones apart. Kick in, and again, I am kicking my leg into my hand as if I want to escape this posture to really pull me into that bow shape. Slowly eke out the way you came in. Swing forward, extend your leg, come back down. Anything you need here before we hit the other side. Left leg, bend and stamp your foot on the ceiling like a donkey kick. Reach your right fingertips forward, thumbs up. And then turn them down, swivel around towards the back. Maybe we're just going, or we might grab a hold. You can always hold the tops of your feet, but if your kneecaps talk back to you, flex foot instead. Peel open, kick in. Find some bright light flooding in towards your throat, your heart, your belly. Last breath, guys. Coming back into table. Do anything necessary to find cow face at the end. Right toes rise. This is how I suggest finding it, just because it's fun. Right toes rise. Cross them behind you. And then it's not so easy to sit down. So if I make it look easy, don't think it is, but we're just going to try to have a seat. Alternatively, if this does not work for us, we'll just come from our tabletop to plop down on our right cheek. And then swing the left leg around. Easy peasy. When we get there, you know you prop yourself up in all of the ways you're feeling like you need support. Under here, under a cheek, blanket rolls, sweatshirts, they're all great. If we are in cow face, let's take a hold of the left cheek and scoot it back a little bit to get deep into that outer thigh. Arms rise. Exhale, reach to me with all of the length you can summon up in your spine, and then settle down heavy. Take a load off, yogis. You deserve it. And if we're finding lots of air underneath our left feet, build the ground up so you have some soft cushioning and something to really support yourself into. Lengthening upper body and getting heavy and drapey in upper body will allow the lower half to really let go. If you're craving a deeper twist, we're keeping the low half, but we're swiveling the right half, or excuse me, the right arm over to twist in our top half. It can be up here, little twist around the corner. Right elbow can push down. I say little twist around the corner, but it feels really big, doesn't it? Continue thinking knees down, sits bones down, and then pull back through your left sits bone to really lengthen left thigh. Look where your neck feels stretched, but happy. Easy to move. Soften your jaw. Soften your facial muscles. Do a little face yoga. Make some funny faces when you're away from the camera. And if it's too much for your neck, just keep your eyes forward and down with a soft, gentle gaze. Spin undone. Last pose for us, yogis. Well, we're going to finish up with our last pose, but let's do a reverse tabletop. If your body says you want something else in between poses, you know you do you. But otherwise, a nice reverse tabletop usually feels pretty good. Peel shoulders open. Make it soft. Move where it feels like you need it. And when you're ready, come back to tabletop. If you liked that transition that we did earlier, we would take our left toes behind us, cross them over, knees come across, and then we just sit right back. Otherwise, we come from reverse tabletop to swing left knee down, right knee down, prop up, take a hold of your right cheek and pull your sits bone back. Okay, and then you can see if you can press your knees closer together, or pull your shins. You know, cow face is super hard, so the bottom leg can always be straight, and we can build the floor up under this right foot here. If you're feeling okay or really great, inhale, arms rise. Like a wave, falling down, back into the sea, softening, becoming heavy and one with its surroundings. Let's try to snuggle our right sits bone down towards the floor here, pulling it back away from our knees and breathing really big into all the sensations we're noticing. Soften where we don't need energy in our facial muscles and our fingertips and palms, elbows and wrists. If you're joining me in our twisty cow, we can simply take a tiny twist, twisting over towards the front knee. So we're twisting to the right side, or any version that really makes you feel open and wonderful. Try pulling your belly in, exhaling and twisting eye gaze a little bit further around that corner. If neck feels better with eyes forward, stay there. And for my yogis that have meetings at 1, it is 12:57. I'm gonna do a little hamstring stretching at the end to take the rest of us through the 1 hour. And if you have to go, I'll talk to you very soon. Thank you for joining us. Undo your twist. Don't forget a counter pose or something to take you out of it, whether it's a little windshield wipe. And then gently moving out if you have to leave. And if you're still with me, making your way back forward. But I want to just spread the flesh under our sits bone so you can kind of wiggle side to side, or you can lift and really gently just remove the flesh from under your sits bones. Invigorate your toes, spread everything out, arms rise. Lengthen up as long as you can in this gigantic, powerful L. And then with all the love and light in your heart, reach forward. And wherever we land, we land. If we want support, pillows are great here. Blanket rolls are great, tucked up and under the ribs, and then you can fold over them. Or just simply soften forward. If you're really flexible and you have your book or your blocks nearby, you can always clamp to the bottom. Or another nice option is a little crisscross, pulling open through the upper back, but I like to resist here with the feet. So push away with the feet and then fold forward and relax. Wherever you are, yogis, big, deep breaths for our last few seconds here. If you had your crisscrossed wrists, please crisscross the other way. As soon as your toes come in, go whoop, and widen them out to the side so we're really strong in our feet. Last big breath in. Let's undo anything that we have a hold of and really support yourself on the way out, because that's a big pose to finish with today. Hands come up, we slowly walk, and either find yourself for our breath to finish in a seated posture. If your hips are really low below your knees like me, I encourage the use of props underneath there so we can reset that beautiful neutral arch to our spines. Take a moment to be grateful. So we have our yoga on the mat, but we can take it off the mat into the rest of our day by being grateful for the beautiful way that your body's moved. If you'd like to join me, hands down for a moment of grounding, up for further inspiration, or palms at heart center, connecting thumbs to heartbeat. Let's move our chest up towards the sky, shoulders back over hips. Tuck your chin like you're holding a grapefruit and really lengthen top of head, your crown high to the sky. Big, beautiful breath in to seal off your practice. and yogis. The light in me honors, acknowledges, is very humbled by, moved by, and inspired by the light that is in each and every one of you. Namaste, yogis. Until we meet again on Thursday, have a great week.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Have a great day, guys.
Thank you.